Yep.
Right into number 3 there and just hop up top of that. Head on the pillow, don't worry about it.
Okay. Dr. Jack, right?
Carlos.
I remember you. So this was put out on Easter Sunday.
Yeah, in a couple weeks now.
And we were both working that day.
We were.
Well, I was patient. You were working.
You were sleeping, I was working.
Yeah. I didn't need too many of those painkillers.
Good time.
Yeah, I think I had them for about 3 days. Yeah. Wow.
Is surgical repair?
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Underneath my Achilles.
So it's really a wound check today. So maybe, how are you doing? Okay. Getting through it?
Well, I haven't put this foot on the ground since you cut me up.
Yeah, we don't want to put it on the ground just yet either. So
It's touched the ground once or twice, but I've never stood on it.
Okay.
And obviously I haven't run anything.
No, I wouldn't do that yet either. So
No.
So I don't know if you got the feedback from the surgery, but the tendon had pulled right out of the bone. So
No, I was interested to ask you about that because what I'm thinking is it might have been something about 2 years ago that I did a bit of a damage on it, and then it finally broke the other day. Because I've always been very tender on that ankle for 2 years. Every time I overdid it, it would hurt.
Okay.
And I was wondering if there was any scar tissue from before.
I don't know. It's hard to tell. I mean, the thing was blown apart, but often there is some degree of tendinitis that leads to it rupturing off the bone. So it makes sense that you've had a history of.
And the surgery was okay? I mean,
it was fine. And so it was in an area that we're not used to seeing. Because normally a rupture is kind of middle of the tendon.
Yeah.
What this had done, your calcaneus bone, which is the big bone of your heel, the tendon had actually pulled right out of it.
Oh,
Pretty bad injury. So I had to actually put a little anchor into the bone and then some stitches up and down to hold it back in the position rather than just sew the two ends together like I had set out to do. The injury was a little bit lower down than I was expecting to see. But it came together fine in the end. It just meant putting a little anchor into the bone.
And how much time do you think it's going to take before I'm walking on it?
So no wait, at least for another month to start. So I wouldn't test it.
No wait? Okay.
So it's 6 weeks of non-weight bearing and then progressive weight bearing from 6 weeks to 3 months.
And are you going to put another cast on, or am I going to get one of those plastic boots?
So I wanted to give you the option of one of those plastic boots. It's a bit more comfortable. At least you can take it off a few times in the day just to air out your foot.
But the wound, I wasn't prepared to see a bloody dressing, but is that normal? Okay, it hasn't started bleeding again recently?
No, I'm not going to check it for you, but yeah, we expect to see a little bit of bleeding from surgery. But
Okay.
as long as it's within
This one?
so that's fine. I want to leave the steri strips on there, mind you.
The what? Sorry?
There's a few steri strips on.
Oh, I can't see that.
Yeah. Are you able to just roll over onto that side a little bit?
Yeah, I can move pretty well, actually.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, so what we're going to do is put on, if you want that plastic boot, it's a nice lighter option.
Yeah.
It has some heel wedges that we can build into it. You do need to keep your foot planted down like this so we take pressure off the area of repair.
What would you recommend? I'm not particularly fancy. I mean, the plastic boot is fine, but what would be a better course of action, the boot or another cast?
The boot.
You reckon?
It's way more comfortable and lighter.
All right.
You just have to buy it.
And what if I had one? My wife had a foot injury a while back, and she said she might be able to find it.
Okay, assuming it's the correct size for you, that would be an option for you. It just would have been nice to see it today to make that call. Otherwise, we'd have to put something back on today.
All right. Well, how much does one of those boots cost?
John, boot plus wedges.
175 and 25, 195.
Boot plus wedges.
Wow. I guess that's the price.
Where it becomes a bit more useful is in 4 weeks from now when they let you start walking on it, because you have to keep doing that with the boot on.
So once in 4 weeks' time, you think I'm going to be walking on it with the boot,
Yes.
or without the boot?
No, with the boot. And so you'll have some heel wedges in there, and then we gradually bring your foot down. Inside.
Oh, I see. So it's going to be return visits. When again do I see you? 2 weeks?
In a month.
A month. All right. So book
And
me
you
in
have to
for
be
a
prepared,
boot.
Carlos, you're in it for the long haul with this one, right? So it's a pretty serious injury to your Achilles. And so it's
Well, I figured. Yeah, I figured it was. The way you rushed me through into surgery right away. I mean,
Yeah, when you
that was
rush
pretty
your tendon,
impressive.
It's a serious deal, so we have to treat this properly so it heals.
I think from start to finish, I was in at 7 and out by 1.
That's
The
way to
same
go.
day.
Yeah.
All right. Well, what do I do next? Do I just wait for the fitting of the boot?
Yes.
All right.
Assuming that's the way you want to go.
Is there anything else you need to tell me now, or are you gonna?
Not really. At this point, it's really just letting this all heal. So I wanted to check the incision today, which seems to be good.
You don't want to touch it anymore.
Not really. No, not yet.
All right.
It's all still very fresh in there.
Okay. So no more weight bearing, or no weight bearing at all for.
I wouldn't walk on it yet.
All right.
It's basically held together by an anchor and a few stitches. And for this to work, your body has to start growing it in.
I have learnt quite well to go up and down stairs with the sticks.
Someone's going to give it a good clean up, and then
Well, that's nice because I haven't been able to reach my feet for days.
What size shoe do you wear?
6.5.
so when you're around the
Not
house-
sorry, a 6.5. What am I saying? A 9.5.
So it looks a bit bigger than 6.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's pretty small. Pretty large 6.5.
It's a 9.5. Sorry.
Okay, that's good.